Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Global Skills Showcase hosted by the Coaches Site and presented by Verbera Hockey, along with the top skills coaches in the world. Very excited to be as a speaker of this great event and appreciated to the Coaches Site for their investment to the hockey science. I'm Ильей Hannenko, working for the ice hockey organization Fribourg-Gotteron, Switzerland, as a skills development coach since 2016. Also taken a part in the Ice Hockey Development Camp Switzerland as a co-founder and trainer, and taken the role of a skills coach in the Platform International, where we gather coaches from all around the world, professional hockey players, and top young prospects. My presentation today is going to be specifically about defensemen and puck management. How we build foundation for defensemen within system and game scenarios. How we teach the basic skills for young defensemen under ABC development concept and build the transition during specific routine for our defensemen from frame standards to the game performance through decision-making layer. Role of trainer within the team system here is to create scenarios and situations that will happen in the game where guidance must be coached. First of all, it's important to understand what puck management is. Second one, how we build the basic of exits, regroups, and offensive zone plays. Third, we have a special guest, Fribourg-Gotteron defenseman, Switzerland national team captain, Rafael Diaz, who will share some secrets about puck management. At the end, an importance of small investments that can lead to the large-scale outcomes in the future. You can hear about puck management in any hockey corner. You can read it on the coach planning board as a theme to improve this week. But it seems that every coach or player has a different meaning of what puck management is. There are a lot of things around that, but foundation's still the same. Puck management is a process. Player needs to handle a dozen of different skills, sometimes in less than a second. Navigation is about to feed the brain with actual information and identify where everyone is on the ice map. The shoulder checks and pre-touch scan are the basic tools and must be developed as a habit. Communication with support partner means using a voice to let people know about possible option to play. So it's all about the navigation. Generally, it buys some time to plan an action. Decision, as a next step, is about knowing possible options to make a play and getting into the right place. Action is about technical skills execution, tape-to-tape passes, or solid puck protection. Quite often, the best problem-solving solution is to play simple. It's about knowing some ways out. Sometimes it's making the simple play, hard ream on the other side in the offensive zone to keep the play on, or passing the puck to teammate a little bit quicker. It's reality that players have to do something they don't want to do with the puck, but it could be the best option to make the play. An example, hit the puck, make a scrum in the corner to prevent the worst case scenarios for us. Poor puck management can really burn the team if you play against opponent who fast in transitions, so they can use foot speed and puck speed to create offense from our turnover. Good puck management leads to positive puck possession, and positive puck possession generally drives a play. Shooting the puck out of the defensive zone is an acceptable play in certain instances, but if defenseman has time, space, and support, or he can handle the pressure on him, that would be better to make a play. On the other hand, single poor decision with the puck can lead to negative results right away. Each age category is different. That's why development plan must be approached and adapted with many factors: players evaluation, team system and principles, individual profiling. ABC development model helps us to cook it in the right proportion. Step A, foundation. From the puck management point of view, that means to break down the skill, skating, passing technique, shooting, importance of details. You can find a lot of great information in social media on the coach's site and Global Skills Showcase. At the end of the day, we have a lot of great coaches on this event. Most of the time, when we focus on importance of detail, we stick to monotasking process. Focus on one or two things. Step B, next step, learning by doing. That means to mix several skills at the same time, but framed with the task and predictable with movement patterns. Some of the drills include timing or visual triggers to activate decision-making process, but still isolate. On this step, repetitions and progressions make sense a lot. Step C, game-centered development model, putting players into the different game situations and let them to get experience about problem solving, navigation, decision, action, all in one. Let's take a look on multitasking isolate skill. On this video, two defensemen working on D-zone exits. My personal must-have skills here are scan through forecheck to identify exit options, pre-touch scan to gather information before making a play, and first touch puck protection. Defensemen must pass through puck management process, navigation, shoulder checks, communication, decision-making process, and action with solid execution. Knowing bases, ins and outs helps to find an optimal solution. Easy play like chipping out the puck off the glass in some situations might be the best option to relieve the pressure and make everybody satisfied. Let's find another moment. Also, pure puck management happens. Sometimes just bad luck mostly. Most of the time, in many exits, defenseman has time to make a play if he navigates and communicates with support partner. Even against an extremely aggressive team on the forecheck, patience, support, and good decision-making can turn a difficult exit into the rush for us. Quality of passing as an action phase means a lot. Make a play, puck finishes on body's blade, sounds perfect. Tape to tape pass buys some time for receiver and helps to push the pace. Quick plays and quick reattacks are always painful for opponent, especially on the regroup or rushes. On this video, we have 4 defensemen working on multitasking isolate skill. Surfing, timing, get in the good position, puck travels with good execution. Coach can call any game situation options and let players, through repetition and quality, build the proper habits. At the same time, keeping a visual triggers on the skill session helps defensemen to feel much more comfortable with mechanics on the ice map during real performance. The next step is to put on some decision-making layers. Still framed, still isolated, and still limited with decisions, but a good solution to identify a play. Make a good decision and execute an action. In this drill, puck carrier defenseman needs to handle two layers of puck management. First one is pressure. Second one is option to play. On the first layer, coach puts a pressure on him or covers D2D passing option. At the same time, two defensemen from other side close option to play. That's the second layer. So puck carrier defenseman must read and react to find the solution and make the play. On the next video, we can see a few examples of basic shooting package for defensemen working on low to high takes and D2D blue line plays. Execution and repetition. Sky is the limit with the options you can play. Advanced package could be customized with fake moves and based on game situations. During this kind of shooting drills for defensemen, we ask them to take a pre-touch scan. Navigation helps them to analyze the current situation on the ice map. Solid skating posture, hands away from the body, communication, tape-to-tape passes, precise shooting. This is technical isolate skills, different types of shots, different types of moves, deceptions to create shooting lane, improving strong sides, fixing technical issues, doing some individual corrections based on players' profile, giving them puck management solutions and break down the skill. Players need to understand how to do that and in which situations it makes sense to do that. Showing them some video clips, explain the puck management process and progression, demonstration, and let them do that. Make corrections and give a feedback so players can build the technical confidence. But at the end of the day, being just a skill guy is not enough to make it happen in the game. This video is about problem solving. Best obstacles during skills practice are the players. So you can make a process closer to the game situation. That's how multitasking isolate skills becomes an open, still framed, still isolated, but with the purpose and decision-making layers. From the puck management point of view, the tasks are here. Make a play and take a dangerous shot. Sometimes in the real game, the best solution is to rim the puck behind the net to keep a play in the zone. On the other side of coin, we need a good place too. We ask them to try different stuff. Do some experiments, find your signature moves, find your style, be creative. So let's talk about communication between coach and player here. That's the place where you can take a lot of usable information, asking some questions. Why did you do that? What would you do in that case? How do you handle these skills? Ask the questions and you will get a lot of solid answers. So I did ask our Fribourg-Gotteron defenseman, Switzerland national team captain, Rafael Diaz, about puck management.
Puck management in the D zone. I think it's really important when you go back for the puck, you check both sides, and then you sprint to the puck, you try to skate it out if you can. If not, then you're going to make a simple pass. I think a lot of times it's the best thing as well to communicate, and then a simple pass, and then you're out of the zone. And as well, I think it's important, puck management is puck protection. Try to protect the puck, try to support each other right away, and with small little talks, you're out of the zone. I think in the neutral zone as a defenseman, it's important when you go back for the puck, you check if you have some guys open right away. I think as well it's important to see if maybe the opposite team goes for a change, so you can make the game really fast. And as well, communication with your partner, you know, maybe a quick D2D, maybe a up. And a lot of times if you sprint back for the puck, small communication makes it way easier, so you can make your decision. Also plays as a defenseman as well. I think you screen the whole offense zone. You try to gap in as good as you can for the forward, against the forward there on the boards. And there as well, try to communicate with your partner if you get the puck. I think a lot of times a quick shot, it's better than try to make moves on the blue line. If there is forward in front of the net, is there a rebound? It's always dangerous. But as well, you have to check your winger. What is he doing? If he blocks, if he stays back, if you have room to skate, and as well communication with your partner D. Maybe a quick up over and the shot is good as well. And there in the offensive zone, I think it's important what I see sometimes with myself as well, like maybe quick head fake, look on the other side, and then try to shoot the puck.
Puck management education starts in hockey school when kids are doing first steps in hockey. Learning by playing process based on fun games with storytelling. Everyone is involved, everybody is moving and having fun. Kids learn how to navigate, make decisions, and act. Hockey school, that's the place where you build a solid foundation. Puck management education continues after on under 9, under 11 age category. On this stage, we keep learning by playing concept, giving them a simple games with puck based on passing skills. Kind of hockey school concept with puck contact. Under 13 age category. On this stage, we add learning by doing concept, basics of passing skills, passing technique, passing and movement, isolated passing drills, just to let them feel timing and puck protection, for example. Learning by playing concept based on specific smart games and battles. At this age, we work a lot with foot speed, head speed, puck speed, and gap speed at the same time in one drill. Specific development program for defensemen we run from under 15 age category. Before that, on stage of under 11, under 13, players already do some similar individual tactic skills, like taking the puck off the wall with the pressure on your back. We put a lot of attention on details of individual tactic, shoulder checks, pre-touch scan, puck protection, communication, support, gap control, stick work, box out, etc. This type of development process takes time. Let me show you as an example how we run under 15 skills sessions twice a week. Monday evenings, we have a special practice for defensemen. Fribourg-Gotteron, under 15, under 13 defensemen, and some defensemen from Canton Fribourg teams. Most of the time, we focus on details of puck management, foundation, and gap control. Also, we play specific smart games for defensemen, giving them space for creativity to use skills in battles and game situations. Tuesday morning, we have under 15 full team on ice, no goalies, 15 minutes basic skating, 15 minutes different passing drills, 15 minutes specific shooting for Ds and forwards, and 15 minutes individual tactic. Before we jump into the new season, we already have an 8-month practice plan. For sure, we do some corrections, and new drills, and new options, and new skills, or just small adaptations for the group that we have. Game-centered development helps us to improve puck management skills and push the players through the problem-solving experience in the different situations. That's another great topic to discuss, smart games. We use them a lot. Each smart game has a purpose and key points. As an example, I will explain you one of them. It came from a soccer developed by German company Switch. That's the cognitive training. So you can play simple scrimmage, 3 against 3 with specific rules. On the picture, you can see that teams play cross-ice scrimmage 2 versus 2. Each of special jerseys has a different combination of the categories: colors, numbers, letters, and symbols. Each net is marked with a special plate that shows the direction of the game. So we start to play, for example, colors option. Red against white, simple. After 20, 30 seconds, coach blows the whistle, switches the category, switch symbol. So the teammates changes to the symbol. Now all circles play against all diamonds. At the moment of switch, we've got a new game situation in which teammates, opponents, and direction of play change. In this way, we train that the players have to read, react, and communicate with whom now they are playing with, and which direction they must attack and defend. Through the space, time, and pressure, it helps us to train the speed and quality of puck management skills. At the end, simple things like rimming the puck along the wall instead of taking a few extra steps behind the net to make a good tape-to-tape pass for a winger, or shocking the puck away when pressure is coming behind without any navigation, or giving a bad pass on a regroup, or chipping the puck into the neutral zone when the defenseman has no pressure on him. All this we can qualify as a poor puck management. Sometimes it's easier to ignore these poor puck management decisions because they didn't lead to negative results right away. And that is how the eye test often fails. In one single shift, in a small episode, we can see a good puck management examples, poor execution, or bad decisions, or splash plays. But it's still possible to evaluate the player's puck management skills after watching the same shift multiple times. Did he really try to make a play or not? Was it a technical issue or navigation error? Or just a bad luck? This is why we have to break down a play to paint a more precise picture about player's profile. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it to the coaches' side for their investment to the hockey science. And the most awaited time of the hockey season is coming. So I wish you best of luck and good puck management for your defensemen.